I just hit the live button. We should be going live.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Nick, you got
we live? I can't see that we're live. Maybe we are.
There we go. Your Bitcoin transactions can be tracked, and here are the companies that are doing
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, what's going on, man? I got to turn you up a little bit.
Hey, there we are. We are live. Get ready.
Yeah, we're live.
Hey,
there we go. Hey, what's going on?
So today is a new day for all of us.
It's a new day. Hello, Facebook. How are you doing? How's the world doing out there? It's not just Facebook, but hello, YouTube. When you go see us on YouTube and everything. Oh, hey, everybody. I think you probably have noticed that when we share the YouTube link. And that's to drive everybody to the YouTube channel to see the things. So you can like and subscribe. Yep. And there's a Patreon set up, I think. No, there's not. You can give us money if you want. I mean, we don't get paid for this. You can pay us. We don't.
Oh, you want them to pay us now?
Everybody else on YouTube gets paid.
So, you know, that's funny. I love it.
What?
So, you know, the reason I'm going to tell everybody.
The main thing's the main thing, Chris.
The main thing is the main thing.
And I'm working on the main thing. Okay,
the main thing is
okay. Hey, it's that almighty whatever you want to call it. It can be a cryptocurrency. It can be a dollar. It can. If unicorn hoofs were the main thing, I'd be trying to get me some unicorn hoofs.
Okay, so look. First, I want to say to everybody, hey, how you doing? So,
and for all the new people out there in crypto land, okay. Now I've been doing this a little while, and I really do know what I'm doing. But man, I feel your pain again.
Hey, look. Let me tell a story. Let me tell y'all a story.
You got to tell a story.
Let me tell you a story. I want to tell you a story. So the reason Joe's so jacked up is because he just got off the phone and he's setting up for Eureka Springs, probably their very first.
Oh, it'll be the second one in Arkansas. Period.
You know, and so he's pretty excited because he wants to be able to help people to get denominations that, you know, like, for instance, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the crypto world or you're looking at being in the crypto world or you want to be in the crypto world, here's a little fact for you, okay? When Bitcoin is way down, the exchanges, they tend to kind of like to, you know, make their fee a little higher and this, that, and the other. And it just feels, it feels bad. It feels bad.
It's way up.
It feels
Bitcoin's
bad.
Not way down. It's way up.
It feels bad.
It was less than a penny.
The problem is that the average person, Joe is absolutely 100% correct. Okay. And you all that are involved, you completely understand what he's talking about. Yeah. But, you know, okay. So here's the catch 22 here. Okay. When Bitcoin was at $18,000, $19,000, and $20,000 last year, we were paying exorbitant fees.
Right.
And the reason we were paying exorbitant fees was because there was so much activity on all the exchanges and people were, you know, just buy, sell. It was crazy because you had the FOMO people buying and you had, you know, people that wanted to cash out a little bit of Bitcoin to put some money up for a rainy day. You had those folks selling. So we were paying what I consider higher fees to do this. Okay. And so then now what I'm hearing people say is, you know, the fee is so high and this and that and this and that. And so, you know, my response to that is, okay, look, y'all, in comparison to what we have been, the price is down. But in reality, the price is not really down. Down was 9 cents, guys. Okay. Down was $40. Down was $18.50 when I got in.
Yeah, you got to think that was a year ago, wasn't it? A little over a year ago.
$18.50. That was down, y'all.
There was like an astronomical rise that just honestly, it doesn't even make sense.
It is what it is, y'all.
It is what it is, but it's not down. That's what everybody's thinking.
We're not going to see that.
Oh no, it's such a precious commodity because it's down $15,000. or 14. It's not down 14. It's up about $4 grand. Again. You know, I mean, that's what I'm telling you.
It's never going to be that low again. Never, ever, ever. Yeah. So those low fees that we paid once upon a moon, they're gone.
Yeah.
See ya.
You know, okay. It's not so much all the fees that is such a hassle. Mm-hmm. Once you go, okay, fine, I'm going to pay the stupid 26%. Because some places 26%. Then you do the peer-to-peer transactions, and some people will still want $8 grand for it. And you're like,
right.
You know, but it's all the verifications and this and this and this. And this is where you got the problem. And no one's going to like me saying this, but this is the problem. The whole decentralization thing, because there's not a centralized entity running it, and there's not tons of oversight. Everybody's now they're going to tell you that, hey, we're doing all this verification stuff to protect you. They're not protecting you at all. They're protecting themselves. And that's the problem. It doesn't take 3 days or a week to verify a bank account. You know what I mean? Banks have routing numbers. That's the bank's name. That's the first little numbers on your thing. And then you got your check number, if you still have checks, you know, and then you got your account number. And they're like, oh, this is for your safety. It's not for my safety. It's annoying is what it is. You know, it's like, I just want to swipe my credit card just like I do on Amazon. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 and done.
And it's done. Once
everything gets set up, yeah, that's done.
Yeah.
Unless you have a problem with a certain exchange or something, and like I did. But
Joe, be nice.
I am being nice. I'm not. No, I mean, there were issues, and they locked me out for security reasons. Because
I'm just picking on you, Joe.
But, Can y'all but then going back and trying to set everything up all over again, it's like starting over. And at first, I just thought I was doing something wrong when I first did this, and it was difficult. Okay, because you know, I just tried to do it. Well, now I kind of do know what I'm doing a little bit, guys. I mean, I don't know if you know that or not, but I do. And where's Ann at? Ann's like KGX training. I'm like,
I think everybody.
Like I've been through the training.
Hey, Joe. I think everybody comes to watch us just to watch me push your buttons.
Oh no!
Come up out of your chair.
Yeah. So this is what
tell me something.
And Chris, we're going to have a big, huge conversation. Is anybody out there big in the insurance world?
I know a few people, but they haven't been able to give me the answers that I've looked for.
This is a whole different thing.
Okay.
It's like those ideas in oxygen.
Yeah. Ideas are like oxygen, brother.
Hey, man, I got another one that is going to simplify everything for everyone.
You got to have them. You got to have them. Let me ask you a question, Joe. I want you to tell me something. So I was on a meeting.
Yep.
I was on a different meeting than you were, down a different rabbit hole. And you were getting the information about the ATMs, the CoinMe setups.
Right.
Is there going to be a cost for the vendor?
I don't know.
For instance,
I didn't get that much information.
Okay. All right.
I just made a comment.
Like my buddy's got this store down here, you know, and I would be willing to put a CoinMe in there, and put Bitcoin in it just because, right? Like, because there's not one here in White Wolf. Could you imagine him being the first guy to have it? And then, and it's on the road. It's on the main road to all the beaches. So if you put a sign out front, those people that are keeping up with their Bitcoin on their way to their vacation or getting ready to go home or whatever, if they want to grab Bitcoin, they'd stop in there and grab it. So that would be kind of cool, right?
I mean, the way the normal ATMs work that you buy and put in your business is basically somebody puts them in and then you're supposed to fill them. You know?
He has one.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to work the same way, but I really don't know.
We need to get that information.
I would honestly think it'd be a little bit easier situation because it's a new, even though we know it's not new, guys, but you know, I mean, a lot of them, you know, they're gonna be like, "What's this?" You know, I still got people doing jukeboxes at ATM because it's a Walmart jukebox that accepts credit cards and stuff. You know, and they're like, "Is this the ATM?" I'm like, "No, but it could be."
It's not, but it could be, but it's not today.
It may be someday. I can make it a Bitcoin ATM probably.
Hold that thought, we'll get on top of that.
Yeah. But no, and so, okay, so this is where we're on this. Okay, so there's one Bitcoin ATM it's in the Simmons Bank building of all places in downtown Little Rock, like on Capitol Street by the Capitol. Well, Gloria's at the Capitol today because I'm going in office, but I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I had to get some licensing and stuff for some things and business. And you have to go there to do it if you don't do it early, and we never do it early because usually it's our little trip. This was our date day, but her daughter's in town, so they went to kind of spend mommy and daughter time and let me off the hook, I guess. Thanks, guys. But so she's going to Simmons Bank in the Simmons Bank building at somewhere, I forget the address, and she's going to purchase me Bitcoin out of the machine so I don't have any, so I can just get some because I'm frustrated because I don't like things to take so long. It's stupid. It doesn't need to. Okay.
Joe's a little impatient, y'all, in case you didn't know.
It's not a little impatient. I've been doing it. I've been messing with it. I don't want to take pictures of my ID 15 times and go, oh, this ain't a good enough picture. It's too much crap. You just need to swipe the card, hit it, boom, done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just like putting it in the ATM machine. Same thing. Right. That's why it's an ATM machine. You know, right. So what I'm going to try and do, though, and I don't know if this is legal or not, so I'm just going to say it, though. But if I have an ATM machine and somebody wants $100 worth or $50 worth, just wire me the money. I'll get it out and put it in your wallet for you.
No, you can't do that. That is illegal. So moving right along.
How's that illegal?
Because you can't sell it.
I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it. Yeah, you can. If you get a money changer license, you can.
Okay.
It's different than a check casher.
If you get a money changer license.
Yeah, it's $1,500.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like a check casher.
Mm. So, okay. So here's the thing that we've been talking about. If you just joined us, we've been talking about coin me machines. We've been talking about Bitcoin. We've been talking about getting coin me machines around the country.
Yes.
Lots of stuff happening. You know, here's one of the things that I want to tell you. If you're with KGX or thinking about being with KGX, y'all, when it gets quiet, when the Core 5 gets quiet, expect some shit to happen. Pardon my language. Okay, I'm sorry. But just expect some stuff to happen. And the reason that I say that is because, you know, they don't go quiet. They don't just go dark, right? Like they're not going to run away from us. If they go quiet, they are heavily involved in working on things. And so I knew about this Coin Me thing the last time that I was briefed on it. I was told I couldn't say anything about it simply because they weren't close enough to the launch part yet. And so I've been holding on to that little tidbit for a hot minute. And I'm kind of glad I did because it gave good old Joe here the ability to come out with something and let you guys know something first for a change, which is kind of nice. And so
you know
what I want to talk to you guys about today is social media. Okay. And social media, I'm Joe's on one high over there on that side of the screen. I'm kind of on another high over here on this side of the screen. And the reason for that is because
Are you still talking about Facebook?
I'm a little bit fired up.
What are you fired up about?
A little bit fired up.
What are you fired up about? About Facebook?
Well, because here's
what you need to be fired up about is Zenduju, because you can make money, and making money is the main thing. The main thing. I don't care how you make money, make the money.
Somebody's been doing some training. Okay.
The main thing.
So here's the deal.
Sorry.
You know,
I'm sorry.
Social media has gotten to a point, and you all need to know this. Like we're getting ready to end, come to the end of our month of June of social media. And that doesn't mean we're going to end social media. We'll never end social media. But at the same time, we may not have a topic to talk about on social media every single day.
5 days.
Here's what I want to say is, y'all, you got to put your thinking caps on, okay? Like, I mean, for real, I am seeing some of this stuff go across Facebook that people are getting into, and they're believing this stuff. They're swallowing it hook, line, and sinker.
What are you talking about?
Just stuff, news and ads and FUD, and they do this stuff, y'all. They do this stuff so they can throw you off, just like the media, just like the newspaper and the television and all these other media outlets.
They're all out to get you.
So, their whole point and I know this sounds like our grandparents and our parents, and I apologize if I offend anybody. No, I don't. You know what? I'm just going to say this, and if it offends you, then maybe you need to sit down and think with yourself for a minute, okay? Because all that they're doing with the news outlets and the ads and things of that nature, okay? All they're trying to do is drive people into a negative place first and make you angry second, okay? So, like, we've talked about, staying away from religion. We've talked about staying away from politics. You can bet if there's anything about politics or anything about religion on social media, it is all driven to drive you into a negative state of mind. They are not trying to be positive. They are not trying to deliver great stuff, okay? They just want your mind to go someplace else so that you don't know what's really going on, all right? So, we'll use Facebook for an example, all right? A while back, I want to say 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks now. I don't know. I lose track of time. But a while back, Zuckerberg came out and said, okay, you can no longer run any type of ad that, excuse me, that is crypto related. Okay, we're not going to support crypto related. And then Google jumped on that bandwagon, and Twitter jumped on that and they all jumped on the wagon, right? So then yesterday, for whatever reason, Zuckerberg comes out and says Facebook is going to allow crypto ads again. Yeah. Right? So at the end of the day, what does that really mean? So you have to know there's an ulterior motive, number one. What's the motive? What's the motive?
They're going to run a coin or a token or something. I mean, it's real simple.
Well, Zuckerberg was very
They're going to take it, and they're going to run with it, and they're so much bigger than everybody that they're probably going to be the winners in it, Chris. So, I mean, that's what it is.
Zuckerberg was pro-crypto, okay? He was pro-crypto. Then he cut off crypto ads. Now, it's rumored, and this is rumor, I'm not spreading rumors, I'm just relaying what I've heard, okay, and read. It's rumored that maybe he's got a coin, or he's got a crypto, or he's got a cryptic idea, okay? It's also rumored that, he's been looking at buying Coinbase. Now, I don't know if that's true, okay? The people at Coinbase, I would think the people at Coinbase like running Coinbase. It's pretty profitable. But at the end of the day, Zuckerberg's got that kind of money that he could throw up a price and they could walk and live a happy forever, ever after life. And, it could be a possibility. I'm not going to say it's true or false. I'm going to say it's not outside the realm of possibility. So that being said, now that the ads are coming back, be careful, okay? Be careful, because here's the thing about the ads. If you don't know who's behind the ads, or you don't know how to properly decipher whether a pitch, because that's all an ad is a pitch, whether a pitch lands in a legal or illegal compartment, then you need to do more homework, okay? Don't allow yourself to be taken. That's my big message today. And I know I went along the lines of going negative and anger and all that, but the reason that I did that was because the devil, I know, right?
The devil.
The reason that I did that was because I wanted you guys to understand that with these ads is going to come negativity and anger, right? Like, there are people out there that have been taken and have lost a lot of money. I jokingly talk about my 7.5 Bitcoin that's in Bitcoin hell, but at the end of the day, y'all, that's peanuts compared to some people I know. Okay, like, I know a lady that's got over $4 million tied up. Now, I don't know about you, but that make me want to grab my gun and go country hopping until I found me somebody that made me feel better. But I'm just saying, $4 million is a lot of money to be messing with. Now,
I gotta drive 140 miles just to buy $100 worth of it.
She wanted a better life for her family. No, it's all true, right?
No, I know.
She wanted a better life for herself. She wanted a better life for the family that she could create. There's nothing wrong with that. But people play off of that all the time, and then you get suckered in, right? And then, typical example, there's a guy, apparently he's in my friends list. He left a message in Messenger, and he's offering me 100 to 500% daily in this coin thing that he's in. And I was like, okay, red flag. Hello. He's offering percentages. He's talking about dailies. He's, and these are things that we learn very quickly. Okay. Especially if you've had your money taken from you. So all I want to make sure that everybody understands is that social media is just another news and ads platform. And just like on that boob tube hanging on your wall, there's going to be a lot of negative. There's going to be a lot of agenda pushing, right? There's going to be a lot of, there's a lot of stuff just posted just to push people's buttons. Okay. Like, I don't know if anybody here on our call, Joe, has seen, but in the last couple of days, I've seen a lot of these posts about surveys for, polling the American people to see if they think we're close to a civil war and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's all some poll stuff. Yeah,
they're posting.
It's all that new Facebook stuff, though, man. You can put polls on everything. It's all their creations of all this BS, man. It just doesn't need to be on there. I mean, it's like, I got annoyed before I got on here with you because I went to the Crypto Let's Talk page, or no, it wasn't the Crypto, it was the Crypto Fashion page, and I had to scroll through 2 screens of them trying to sell me shit again. Sorry, and I'm like, I don't want it. As soon as you get 1,000 people, you can pay $3. We'll boost everything. Don't boost it. I don't want you to boost it. I don't. It's annoying to me. I'm sorry. It gets frustrating because I hate seeing the same thing over and over again, and closing it. It's like, I just need to get to where I need to get to do what I need to do. I'm busy. And I don't care if I'm busy doing nothing. If I'm busy laying my lazy butt on the couch, I'm busy doing that because that's what I want to be doing. You know what I mean? I don't want to be sitting here verifying everything in the world for $100.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, well, just buy 500 worth over here. Well, man, no, I don't. There's certain stuff things are being made way too difficult, and they're too difficult. There's no big business people involved. There's not. There needs to be some, and I'm sorry, guys, Visa does the shift card. They're a bank. I don't know if you know this or not. I hate to burst everyone's bubble. I really, really do it. I'm not being mean. I'm just frustrated as hell. But sorry, Visa's a bank. But I mean, that's what they are. They take money, they give money, they make money from giving you money. That's a bank. I mean, they may not have doors that open, that you know of, but that's what they are. So all this is difficult because there's no major business isn't involved in it yet, really. You know what I mean? When it does, then it is going to be really easy where you swipe a card and boom, and there's Bitcoin, and there you go. You're down the road, just like everything. But it's not right now. Right. Everybody's worried about getting taken, and that's what all the verification stuff is. It's not for your safety in any way, shape, or form. They don't care if you get robbed. You know what I mean? I don't care. I probably care more if somebody in another state gets robbed than they care if I get robbed. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't go rob a person I don't know down the store at the liquor store. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So,
the bureaucracy of it's what I don't like. You know what I mean? And it's like what it ties in with what you're saying there, Chris, is they're sending ads out saying this and saying this, and it's about this, and it's about this, and it's about this. And guys, I'm telling you, the only thing it's about at the end of the day is that money. And whatever form you want, I don't care if they're rocks. You got diamonds or rocks, man, or they're mineral. You know what I mean? So that's money. Gold bar, that's money. It's all money. You know what I mean? So there's no beautiful utopia where we're all just going to have gardens and it's going to be wonderful and we're going to go back to the barter system. No, we're not.
Hey, Joe, I'll give you this.
Sorry, man. I don't mean to do this rant, and I'm not mad at anything. I'm really not. You know what I mean? I'm not even I don't understand why there hasn't been more positive forward movement yet. Why is it taking so long? That's what I don't get. Like, what's
because the wheels
I can open a business today if I want to.
The wheels of change take time, and what's happened is it's too much. It's too much. There's too much. This side wants this, and this side wants this, and nobody's willing to compromise. And so it's all this. And at the end of the day, the stuff that we're reading, the stuff that we're seeing, the stuff that is happening, okay, is all because they want to keep you really confused. Okay. They just really want to keep you confused. Yes, Albert.
Yes.
So
wait, the Bitcoin plan's not real?
If they're
I got my mom one for Mother's Day. What are you talking about?
I know, right? Kind of like that money tree we had back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. So when you're looking at this, you have to read this stuff with a decisive mind. You have to look at it and go through it and kind of take a comb and comb it out, right? Like just comb the knots out, because there's a bunch of tangles in there, and the tangles are on purpose just to keep everybody completely confused, a little bit frustrated, a little bit high strung, and at the end of the day, if we were going to predict why all that's happening, I mean, come on, let's be real, right? If we're going to be real, let's be real. And one thing our show has always been known for. So, at the end of the day, if you want to know what the deal is or why they want to keep everybody confused and why they want that stuff happening, it's because, it's because they want to keep all the control, y'all. They want to figure out how to throw everybody off base enough so that people get frustrated enough to sell their Bitcoin and get out of cryptocurrency completely, so that the entities that be, the rulers that bind, right, can grab as much of it as possible, because it's all about control. It's all about control. And I applaud each and every person that's held on to their Bitcoin and their altcoins and is waiting for all of this stuff to blow over. It's going to. Here's another big reason why people are not doing a lot of movement right now. And, CCN had a thing on it this morning.
$17 million deal.
I don't know if anybody got a chance to watch it or sneak in on it or whatever, but there were like 500 of us on it this morning. And, they're pretty accurate with their news. But the thing is that the blockchain, and we have said this from the beginning, the blockchain is practically impenetrable, right? It's very hard to alter, et cetera, et cetera. I never use the word it can't be, because as soon as I say something that can't be, that'll be the day that it happens. So I'm just not going there. But at the same time, the coins, for those of you who don't really understand, a lot of these coins lay over the blockchain. Okay. So they're using the blockchain as the program underneath. All right. And so the program is kind of riding on top. And so the security level for these coins and the security level for the process that these coins are using is nowhere nearly as high as the blockchain. Okay. So you've got some coins that are kind of vulnerable. I mean, I'm just being honest. Yeah. And so, a couple countries have pulled a couple of exchanges and said, you've got to amp up your security. It's not high enough. Some coins have been broken into, theft has been going on. And so, that strikes fear, y'all. That strikes fear in people. And, for the most part, I think people have been transferring a lot of their coins, altcoins, Bitcoins, all the different coins, into cold storage and just waiting for the process to get safer, right? Like, they're not taking chances. I get that. A friend of mine says, well, aren't you worried the price of Bitcoin is not going up? No, I'm not, because it's going to go up. Okay. Because what's going to happen is these people that created these coins, they're going to spend the millions, trillions, billions, whatever it takes to get this stuff more secure and to get this stuff to a point where people are comfortable, because that's what it's all about. And so, Bethany and Emma saw that this morning too. So, you have to stay educated so that you don't look ignorant. And I say that with love. Okay. I say that with love. You have to stay educated so that you don't look ignorant. Okay. If you're running around going, well, why is the price of Bitcoin down so low? That is a red flag for me that you're not staying plugged in, that you're not reading, that you're not, getting information, that you're not talking to people that have been in longer than you have been and getting them to weigh in. Everybody should have their own mastermind group that they're going to, y'all. At the end of the day, we have to be accountable to ourselves, and we have to make sure that we know what's going on, regardless of what the world is doing. Okay. Because the world doesn't want us to play in this playground. I'll just be honest with you. Okay. The last thing that central government and central business wants us to do is play in this playground. So the fact that we have been playing in it and they have had very little success at gaining control, that's not really where they wanted to be. Just saying. So
sorry, I'm not being rude, Chris. I'm taking care of the Bitcoin thing right now.
Do your thing over there. Okay. I'll let you go off for 10 minutes.
Right on. Yeah,
it's just my turn.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you think I was being rude? Because I'm looking at my turn.
So, when you all think about this, when you all are looking at this, when you're really, and I know, I get it. Believe me, there are those of you out there listening right now, or that maybe are on a replay, and you're thinking, if it would just go up to $8,000, I could, sell 0.1 and I could pay my insurance, for the year or whatever. I get it. I understand, but you're going to have to be patient. If you don't want to liquidate at a lower price, then you're going to have to be patient. That's all I can tell you. And I know that that's not really what everybody's wanting to hear. But at the same time, everything that I'm hearing, everybody that I'm talking to, all the news that I trust, okay, because there's a couple people out there that write articles and a couple people out there that report that I feel like they're more in line. Would I bet the farm on their advice or their thoughts? Probably not, because I'm not that person. But do I take into consideration what they say and where their sources are? Absolutely. And so, when you think about it that way, and you're listening to it on that level, then you're going to have to stand strong. And so that plant that Albert's talking about watering is all his Green X miners that he bought. So water on, brother. Have they turned on yet? I don't think so. So no watering until you turn them on. Okay.
Don't put water on them. Seriously, don't do that.
So, here's the fun part, right? The fun part is we're at the beginning of something that no one else, I'm not going to say no one else, but not very many people understand, or even have wrapped their mind around yet. Okay. Right. So, when you talk about Bitcoin, when you're thinking about Bitcoin, what I need you to get is that we're probably still a good hard 2 years away from the big push. Like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We don't have the numbers to be there yet as far as the population goes. Not there yet.
Are you talking about Bitcoin prices? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about crypto in general. And the adoption of it, and then of course the participation level.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
The participation level, the percentage level is way too low.
I'm a completely different camp on all the Bitcoin price and stuff than everybody else. And I just haven't voiced that before. I really am. I don't think you'll ever see 20,000 again. I don't see why it would. It doesn't make sense to me. There's too many other options. You know what I mean? And it's an antiquated system.
We could go down that rabbit hole, but we're not going
down. We're not going to. But and I know everybody wants that, but I mean, everybody's sitting here holding their breath for something that may not come, and like, oh no, it's going to, because it's like the gold, and everything's going to be based against it, based against this, and it takes forever to mine it, and all blah 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 blah. It takes all this energy. It takes $5,900 to get one Bitcoin mine. So it's not even really worth doing it right now. But there's other things that would come out, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, man, gold was awesome until he discovered platinum.
You know
what I mean? I don't know. And I don't mean to bust everybody's bubble. I really don't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just, like, you know, people like McAfee and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's going to be $1 million. I don't understand why it would be $1 million. I can't financially see the purpose of it. Like, okay, there's 21 million of them. So if it was $1 million, that would put us at, is that 21 trillion? So it'd be equal to the US debt is what this thing would be worth. You know what I mean? And I don't see there's too many other things. You know what I mean? There's so many other cryptocurrencies right now that if you look at it from like a commodities standpoint, or from like, you know, like gold and silver, platinum, gold, silver, you know, copper, bronze, tin, you know what I mean? You've got steps there, and we're going to continue to have steps, and other things are going to come up in value. And I think it'll pull from that, because there's only so much money to be had, more or less, kind of, you know what I mean? Now, when they start trading everything and fiat has nothing to do with it, then really it's whatever you put the value on something. And if it's all virtual, then it can be as much or as little as anybody wants. You know what I mean? Kind of like if you created a coin and said, I'm going to make 1 million coins, and what they're worth is what is invested in the coin so far. You know what I'm saying? And
what I
think, it's kind of down a rabbit hole, but I just don't see these huge amounts. You know what I mean? Especially with the thing when it went up to 20,000. I mean, everyone's said it really shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'd rather see it stabilize, you know, and I know everybody wants to get rich on it, but I don't think it's going to be the thing to get rich on. You know what I mean? I don't think any of it's going to be the thing to get rich on, because you only have so much need and so much cost for things, especially as it becomes more utilitized. You know what I mean?
The problem is that everyone wants to always get rich quick. And that's, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, that's really what was the attraction to anything that's ever been created in our lifetimes and before. So, you know, to say that you could get into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever coin it is that you take a shining to and get rich quick, you know, I will say that it depends on your definition, number one, of rich. It depends on your definition, number two, of quick. And it depends on how steadfast you can be, because this is not this industry, these coins, whether they become mainstream and beat fiat currency out, or they become a sister currency to what we currently have, or who knows, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that it's not a system for the weak stomach. It is not a system for those folks who are constantly emotional over the coin price. Like, you know, if you're that emotional person, you got to figure out a way to get the emotion out of it. Okay. So you've got to remove yourself. Now, you know, I'm one of those people that thinks that we'll see that price again and more. And I think that simply because, you know, for me, and this is me, you know, and for me, it's because that was the first one. Okay. So it's the grandma, it's the mother, it's the grandfather, it's whatever you want to call it.
Gold standard.
You know, so it holds a place. I believe as well that the price for the Bitcoin would be much higher and could go much higher if it were to if crypto, not Bitcoin, but if crypto were to replace fiat, because then and only then would it become an instrument. That's what I'm going to call it, because they have yet, and no one has really said Bitcoin is this. Okay, so we're going to call it an instrument. But at the end of the day, the instrument itself would be limited, which means he who holds the most, it would be just like gold was back in the day. So, I expect to see way crazy, ugly numbers then. But can you predict that? I can't. Do you have a crystal ball? I don't. Can we bank our entire life on that? Well, as Joe and I have talked to you guys about consistently and repeatedly, look at these other coins, y'all. Do your research. These smaller coins, these ones that are less than a penny a piece. Come on, for real. Throw $20 at it. If you make 40, you got your 20 back and 20 more to put in something else.
What do you think I'm trying to do? What do you think my whole rant's been about? I'm ready to throw the computer and everything else out the window.
I'm gonna hit you.
My mattress, grab my beautiful green and white dollar bills, be like, y'all crazy. That's it. Y'all crazy. Yeah, y'all believe in something don't even exist. But instrument of trade is what it is. And I see your value point. Now, see, I'm going to go devil advocate on you here too. And guys, that's kind of what I've been doing here today too. Because I know all this stuff, but I had to go through all this crap again for days, setting up new accounts, and it's annoying to me. It shouldn't be
what Joe and I do, just for you guys' knowledge. Yeah, when we're on calls together, it's definitely devil's advocate. It's like we'll talk about a scenario and then we'll say, hey, but this is worst case scenario, or what if this happens, or and at the end of the day, I think it does everybody good, because you can't say, well, I didn't think about that, or
you don't ever want to be one-sided on something. You know what I mean?
Never.
You want to see things from aspects as you can. It's like they say, there's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's and okay, so I'm going with this. There's 21 million Bitcoin, right? That's all there's ever going to be. All right.
All they're ever going to be.
Let's make 15 million Joe coin. I've got all this investment money from this hedge fund, and they're going to come out the gate at $1,000 a piece. Now let's run those up. They're more coveted. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? This is a trade thing. It's a unit of trade with the demand specifying the rate at which it's going to grow. So why not just create another one?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's make X coin. Just make 12.5 million of them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? It's kind of, I know we're big on this right now and there's opportunity now, but I think way down the road, I don't know if it's going to be like that. You know what I mean? I think it's all going to have to level out once it becomes like a unilateral thing where everyone uses it. Once it becomes just like fiat currency, okay, pretty much, where it's just accepted everywhere. Let's just say, instead of saying fiat, let's say it's accepted everywhere, because we don't want to.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah. Okay. Once you can buy a barrel of oil with it, it has real value. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we're going to have water cost on it also. You know what I'm saying? And things like that with water shortages that will come most likely. There's going to be manipulation that comes in there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's one of those things that's going to build that generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Buying a whole bunch right now at $5,000 or $6,000 a piece, I don't know if your great grandkids are still going to be living off those, because I don't know if they're going to go to $1 million a piece. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of, especially with so many things in the market. So don't get upset is what I'm trying to tell people. Don't be so single-minded and have such tunnel vision that you're like, no, this is great. It's perfect. This is all that's going to happen. If I did that, I'd probably be real good at one thing in life, but I don't. And I'm pretty sort of at a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I got more irons in the fire than I can shake a stick at. I forget I stuck a stick in the fire and the damn thing burned up.
You have to keep notes on your notes.
I kind of do. You know what I mean? And
take notes on your notes.
Oh, you know what Gloria just told me? If she has time, she'll run by and buy me that Bitcoin. You know how this argument's going to go? You know how this is going to go when she gets home?
So,
I'm like, I'm done. I'm going back to building houses.
The devil's advocate thing here is a very true thing that I think everyone should go with, and I also think that a lot of times when we're talking to our spouses, right, like they may have a different opinion because maybe they're not as into Bitcoin, or maybe they don't follow it as closely or whatever. And I would not discount, excuse me, I would not discount the fact that they have an opinion, because they are looking at it with virgin eyes, so to speak.
Right.
And they might bring something to your attention that you never thought of. They may all the time. They may see something that you missed completely. They may bring up something that would make you research in an area that you never thought about researching before. And who knows, your spouse could, be the reason you have a windfall. For instance, Gloria, she shows Joe all the time. Now that he showed her a small piece, and I mean, it was just a window, literally. A bathroom window, even. It wasn't a full-size window.
Like the ones in a camper.
He showed her a small piece, and ever since that day, every single day, she has given him way more information than he's given her. I think I'm going to address Emma in just a second as well, too, just so everybody knows. Okay. I think that's very important. Just to segue for just a second, in response to Emma, I would say that anyone who thinks that we don't have some work to do and some creation to do is crazy. So my thought process on that is that simply this, I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, and maybe you weren't on then, when our core 5 goes quiet, in other words, they go dark. I don't ever say they go black, because they're always lurking. Even when you don't think they're lurking, trust me. But when our core 5 goes dark, you can bet that there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. There are 5 of them, okay? Each one of the 5 of them has specific different abilities, specific different interests, specific different talents. And so, when I talk to Kathy, I get kind of updated on the things that she's directly involved with. If I talk to Will, I get things that he's involved with, or Jeremy or Mike or Steven, all the same. Okay. And never are any of the things that I'm hearing that those 5 people are working on, do they connect together? Absolutely. Are they the same projects? Absolutely not. And, who knows which projects will finish first? Who knows who gets to the finish line before someone else? None of us do. But at the same time, Kryptogenics was first designed to be an educational company. And I think that they have done an awesome job at that specifically. Not only did they educate, the first wave of the general public globally on cryptogenics or cryptocurrency. I apologize. But then they went even further, and, they provided education on personal development. They divided education on business development. They provided, a course, if you will, an entire course, and said, here, y'all want to be successful. We want you to be successful. Take these classes. Now, at the end of the day, what I will say to that is, I would almost bet you going out on a limb here, but I would almost bet you that less than 20% of the people in cryptogenics have completed the cryptogenics education first.
You think? Really?
And second, that they have even really dove into the education that's been provided by Mark J. Now, why do I think that? I'll tell you exactly why I think that.
You really think that with the cryptogenic stuff? The Mark J thing to me is a completely separate thing. You know what I mean? In a way, I know it's provided through.
Yes.
But if you haven't got through your cryptogenics training yet, that's a problem, guys. You need to get out there and do it. That's what you paid for.
Exactly. Now, and I'm gonna pause you for just a second, Joe, and I'm gonna back this up. Okay.
That's what the whole company is, guys. I mean, that's it. You don't need to learn how to sell something that you don't know what you're selling. And that's what the other training is. So you need to do this first training first, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. Maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, then you can send me hate mail. I don't care. But
now, here's the reason that I say
carts and horses, people. Carts and horses.
Here's the reason that I say that. Okay. As a Pinnacle leader, I'm blessed and humbled to be in multiple groups. And I'm in Albert's groups. I'm in some of Brandon's groups. I'm in some of the other people's groups. I'll just leave it at that. I use those two names because those two guys come on our lives frequently, and you guys know who they are. But I'm also in other leaders' rooms and groups. And just because I don't comment, just because I don't, just because I don't seem to be 100% active in a group doesn't mean that I don't go through and read what's going on. And the questions and the conversations that happen in these groups tell me that people have not completed the training. I did the training. I know what's in the training. I took the classes. I took the test. I know what's in the training. So if they took the training, then they didn't retain the information. So maybe they need to go back and take it again. Sometimes we have to take things a couple times. I'm guilty of that. I'll raise my hand for that. I have to take lessons repetitively. Okay. I don't always get stuff the first go around. But at the same time, and I thought that's what you meant, Emma. I was pretty sure that that's what you meant, but I just wanted to clarify in case, because a lot of people watch the show that aren't vocal like you guys are. I love that we have a very vocal group here and that they comment and they get into commenting and talking to us. And I love that. But I just wanted to address that because at some point someone may read the comment and then be watching. And I wanted to make sure that the comment and the actual audio of the show reflected the thought process. So, I would say, and this is another reason why I'm going to say that a lot of people haven't done the training, Joe. And it's because last year, 2017, everybody got really, really spoiled with the get rich quick. They got spoiled with the get rich quick, and they're waiting for cryptogenics to come out with that one thing that's going to help them get rich quick. Well, I got news for you. I wouldn't look for it because get rich quick is illegal. I mean, it just is by and far and large, unless you're, light years ahead of an entire crowd on something, which is infinitesimal possibility of, okay. It's not going to happen with cryptogenics. Cryptogenics is going to first educate you, and then they're going to give you ways to use that education, and that's their whole platform. What's up, Joe?
What if I built a trading bot?
Well, go ahead, build one.
Can you build one as an app?
There are apps out there, yes. The problem is that the majority of them are illegal.
Oh, like in our country?
Like all over the world?
The whole world?
Yes, specifically here. Specifically
what about
here.
Estonia?
Estonia might get away with it. Are you going to get dual citizenship, brother?
I just looked into it right before we got on here because I was, it's 100 euros. So I was like, I don't have now I got to find a way to get 100 euros. I'm like, really?
Well, if USI hadn't closed down on me, brother, I could help you out with that Euro situation.
Yes.
You know, right now I'm all out of Euro.
I think I can go to the bank though and get euros, right? Like the regular bank. Like the thing that we're all trying to shy away from, but we have to hook up with to do anything. You know, like
exactly.
Which I mean makes sense. And hey, everybody, this is another thing. What I was talking about earlier was the trade value of something. What you can trade this, that's where value comes from. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where it all comes from. Right now, in the future, it may not be, and it probably won't be. But once cryptocurrency really becomes the mainstay, that everything, the whole US being based on the US dollar will probably go away. At some point, Bitcoin will be worth Bitcoin.
Yes.
So many Satoshi, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
It'll be worth the Satoshi. You know, this is one Satoshi, or well, it won't be one Satoshi, but one Bitcoin is this many Satoshi. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
1 million Satoshi.
Yeah, 1 million Satoshi. It's a million Satoshi for a Bitcoin, really? Oh, because it is. It's 8. 9, right? Wow. Oh well. Anyways, yeah.
I love to push your button.
You see what I'm saying? But man, I've been looking at all this crap too much. And I'll be honest with you guys, be careful out there because you will get frustrated. Mm-hmm. And I do know how to spot a scam like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is a bad idea. I'm not doing it. But I was getting frustrated, getting ready to try a couple things. I was getting ready to pay 26%. And I'm like, but I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I was just like, no, don't. And then Gloria goes, no, Joe, doesn't even, what all they want? I'm like, yeah, but they all want this fun stuff.
Right.
You know, and
in case our audience doesn't know.
But hey, man, if you need to figure out how to get Bitcoin pretty easy, I mean, it's not really easy, but like in smaller amounts, ask me. I've got stacks of stuff right now. I got stacks of cards with all kinds of stuff on there. So I can tell you, I mean, you may be running a risk, but I mean, I found one place that was only 12%.
You know,
on my phone.
For those folks that don't know, for those folks that don't know Gloria that well, she's just pulling Joe's chain. She's going to go by there and get the Bitcoin. Okay, she just She just wants to rattle his cage a little bit, but you know, it's going to all be okay.
Good or not,
y'all don't have to worry about Joe this afternoon. I promise.
No, we better be worried about Gloria this evening when she gets home.
Hey, did you see the blog?
Yeah.
Did you see that guy blowing the shell?
Yeah, okay. I was making sure nothing else got added before I got on. Yeah, I did. And because the June's over, ladies and gentlemen, June's done.
June's pay scale is over.
Pay scale's over.
So now the question
forked, you forked yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mean that, guys. That's not. Hey, guys, this is a very difficult industry, especially for the people that are new to it. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, and I don't know if this is right or not, or if the company would be happy for me saying anything about this cryptogenics at all, you know. But you need to take
disclaimer. This has nothing.
You need to learn the education. You can't sell anything that you don't know. You know what I mean? You can't sell a vacuum and all you've ever used is a broom. Right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're about the same thing. Yeah, they are about the same thing, kind of. But no, they're not. No. Okay, so you need to get, if you haven't taken your education, you need to get your education, everybody. You know what I mean? And you need to get it, stop getting on Facebook. Stop going, oh, blah, blah, I'm worried about crap. Okay? If you don't even know what the hell you're talking about yet to worry about it.
Stop staying busy.
Learn enough stuff, and then you can be a loudmouth like me. Stop staying busy and do something. I'm just kidding. That's what but seriously, you know, and don't be worried about what all is going on out there too. Don't take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Is Facebook going to make a coin? Probably. I don't know. Yeah. They're probably going to do the exact same thing that Vajudu's doing, or Zenduji, which is awesome. I think what that thing is just super duper cool. I can't wait to figure out how to work it, Chris.
Zenduji, I know.
Yeah, because I mean, you earn tokens for the stuff you do, anyways. That's incredible.
And
you know what I mean? And you can trade them for whatever.
Page, yeah,
that's just cool. Yeah, I got my page.
Traffic to your page. you get points for that. If somebody watches a video on your page, you get points for that. It's just a point system, really.
We get points for this, what we're doing right now?
I haven't figured out how to stream this to that yet.
We'll figure that out.
That would be cool, though.
But how are we going to split the points?
That would be cool, though.
We need to split the points.
We'll do it. We'll make a Krypto Let's Talk.
Main things, the main things, the main things, the main thing.
Main things, the main.
Guys, my main thing's money right now. I'm telling you, it really is, and it really always should have been. You know what I mean? It should have been like, oh, it's wonderful. Let's help everybody. I'm Peter Pan. I don't ever want to go home. No, man, it's money. You know what? It's money. You know why I sell liquor to drunks? Money.
See? And the perceived value of said glass is
the perceived value of said glass liquor. That goes up the more you drink and annoy me. See, that's it. Volume, supply and demand there. You drink a lot of that bottle, you're probably going to start paying more for that a little bit.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So in case you guys are not watching, today is Thursday. We do our last presentations for the week today. Yep. So you guys need to be right now on kgxglobal.info if you need a presentation. And tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe Brandon does the call tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So you want to hit that up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, kgxglobal.info. So we have successfully made you all laugh and cry all in the same episode today. And we love to do that. And Joe, again, thank you so much for co-hosting with me. It's awesome when we get to do this together. I love it. And for all of you all that come and watch us every day, we cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. If you're watching this as a replay, please put replay in the comments.
Just one more thing.
One more.
If you guys have any complaints, send them to contact Coinbase. Because I wouldn't have any of these gripes go today if it hadn't been for Coinbase. And this is a while back. So just letting you know that.
We love you guys. Everybody have a fantastic day. It's been crypto
and educational. Are awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
There we go.
So we're going to talk more about that stuff as our lives progress. We will be talking more about that and giving you more info. Whether you want to be part of Cryptogenics or not, you may want to use one of those CoinMe ATMs. So we'll bring you the information.
But you should be a part of Cryptogenics so you can know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.